got nuclear Banlist fallout to talk about today. Make sure you guys smash the and crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So, these nice little guys, parting shades, are back on the market. You can actually get these for about $40, which is actually not bad. OG parting shade, on the other hand, not worth it. Now we're going to jump on over here to Night Rose as a whole and see how these are going. Still $1,000 for this. That's insane, man. $300 for the special parallel. That's also crazy. $267 for the throne. The stride deck sets themselves are $187. What? Okay. Sure. Of course, the Vampire Princess of the Night Fog. This has been discussed as a Night Rose replacement out here, and none have actually sold, which is good. I think that this is 100% gimmicky and it's not really worth playing, but okay. Hot stamps, $35, and then of course the thrones, 29 up to 43. It looks like most of this is kind of staying within what we were kind of expecting out here. $15 on that, and triple R foils, $10. Wow, these are 15s. How many of these actually of these moved? I am curious about that. Yeah, people were picking these up. I guess, man, if you believe in this version of the card, I guess that's fine. Now, what about dear old Harry over here? Well, Betty's are on the market right now still for $45, which is not bad. You got 4 listings here, and then you start to, teeter-totter on up to a little bit crazier values, which, I mean, that's a little bit worrisome. Harry, on the other hand, yeah, these don't exist. 250 wiped out. This Harry, the nice one, $98. These, on the other hand, started to go up a little bit too. When you started to look at the roomy alternatives, and none of these have moved. But guarantee our counterpart, the lower rarity version, probably massed on up. Stage Harrys, SPs, $44 and gone. Not surprised to see that either, as I really shouldn't be. But that's just what really goes on around here. Mass Phantoms, $30. Well, here we go. I guess we're going to start to watch the teeter-totter of Harry actually start to go up, because everybody's looking for, the perfect new build. Do you play the old stuff? Do you play the new stuff? Good news is most of the Harry stuff was already essentially reprinted in those premium decks that Bushi did a while back. Yeah, there's your Phantoms, 23 listings. I believe this thing has a lower printing too, but alright, that's not bad. Ooh, Messiahs! Hello, frickin' $500 version. Hello, $250 version. Card looks nice, though. Hello, Storming Foot Messiah at $500. What? Blink Messiahs. Nice $694.20 with $1.39 shipping. Integrals are $100 right now. That's kind of nuts. The old deck sets for this are down to $80 because, guess what? Things got reprinted. The Neo Messiah starter, this thing's $41, by the way. That's freaking a little bit nuts in and in itself. You can get an old Ibuki deck out here. The Faithful Star Messiah trial deck, $60. A little bit more than I want to be spending. Nice Messiah. These are still $30 as well for the FFRs. Ideal Egos, kind of teeter-tottering a little bit here at $40. Same thing with the Hot Stamp Alter Ego Neo. Once again, you're looking for that alternative out here to decide, is it worth it? I mean, it's up to you. Oh, hey, look, more the Rebirth trial deck. Interesting that I can pick that up and actually have value. Your original Crest Stride deck sets are down to $8 to $13. Now, that's crazy to me to be seeing, but this should give you a little bit of an idea of how Messiah is going. Oh, Zonkies. So for those of you that you missed the giant, the teeter-totter of destruction on Shiranui, well, Oboro was everybody was like, okay, we can deal without this. Zonky fell for all of the craziness out here. Look at this, man. All these Zonkis that moved at $48 a piece just to ensure that people could have them. And of course, your triple R's out here have ramped up. The people have been spending actual money on these too, just to make sure that they have them. It's interesting. I didn't really expect that people would throw this much money around at these things, but it's really going well. These are still $175. Good news though, I guess it did make the Saizuis go down. You're actually at $47 on Saizuis right now. This is the cheapest it has been to get Crest Saizuis ever. And that's crazy to think about. It's actually quite nice, actually. Oh, yeah. Gridora. So, for whatever reason, SP Gridoras just don't exist on the market. I don't know. I don't know when the last time we actually had these. Like, we had a sale back on 12/23, but that was it. You've not had Stride decks, or those Gridoras have not come along. Now, in terms of, Robbie Gridora's limited to one, you figured at this point that they would start to calm down. No. $30 and $36. That's it. That's as much movement as we have had on Gridora. And that's mind-boggling to me that you would see just this much of a push down on this. Nobody out here fire selling this stuff. Okay, man, market doesn't want to reset on Gridora. Now, what about Katrinas? I mean, hot stamp Katrinas right now, $28. Good news is Katrina had a reprint though. Triple R's coming in at $20, and then the common's $10. Even with a reprint right now, Cat's only dropped down just a little bit. And the thing is, like, any Neonator deck you want to play, this is mandatory one of. All right, you've entered the era where you have staples in the G zone out here, and just kind of consider this like your divine skill card at this point in time. Oh, Negro Lily. So this is interesting. We got a Negro Lily up here for $20, and I kind of have a feeling you're going to see a lot more people kind of trying to dump these things because there's not really much of a reason to really have these. Your last sale on this thing was $50 back on 2.9, and that's when you could still do the defense play with this. And you also see here, $20 on damage, 50 cents. I mean, the low versions aren't really worth anything. This card's gotten enough printings in its life to do what it needs to do, which is keep the price down. You've also got so many different ways right now to fundamentally build Nitros. And I really like that, man. I love that you have so many options in the deck building department. Like, it's good. Also, Lunar New Year Snake. For those of you that have been kind of like, these things are a little bit expensive. Yeah, I figured it would take time. These have actually pressured on down. You're back down to about a good solid $5 at this point in time, on up to $6 if you really wanted to pick these up. In terms of sales, I mean, this card moves all day long. As you can see, you got one moving pretty much each and every day. You all know why this card is an interesting card to you. And then, of course, the D promo series stuff. We're down to 380 right now in the nows. Interesting. 245 right now on Hikari's. 250 on the Mirais. I cannot believe that these repopulated and then they slammed right back on up. Like, this is actually nuts to me. That you've had this much sales. 318 was your last sale on that. That's crazy. 180 on the Divine's Heal. Okay. Energy 125. I suppose that's fair. Our Tamaris are coming in at 125s. Still doing their thing the way it looks. Looks like Urara's 110. Donji's coming in about 100 as well. Dragon Empires, these have gone down actually. We're at 100. Okay, no heals exist. Guess I shouldn't be surprised about that. These are down to 80s finally. Good stuff on that. All of the oddities back here with the trigger interactions. These are $300 for Dark States. Huh? Okay. 150 on these. That's also crazy. Bald Man down to $72. That's good. Akinas are at $150. Okay, that's not bad. Fronts for Rika down to $60. Holy crap, those did not stay up very long. Okay. Zakuzas, these are 40s. How the mighty have fallen. Yeah, I guess we just got an infinitely better front trigger. Elementarias are $40 for the full arts. Doggos 30s, and our Samuel crits still about $35. I mean, it's pretty much where we expect a lot of this stuff to go, but a lot of the same stuff back here on this. But premium, very interesting market this week. So please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Thanks for watching today's video. Check out tradingcardmint.com down below in the description. Enter MCOL40 on checkout. Save a little bit of money on your purchase. Check out mcolgames.com if you're interested in getting some cool play mats and single trading cards as well. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss one of our videos. Thanks for watching.